What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more Gyllene Tider. Have I got that right? I feel like I'll get a little closer, and thank you to all the folks out there who are trying to educate an ignorant wretch like me. Shout out, of course, to all the Roxers who are taking these adjacent journeys, and indeed specifically to Jeebus and to Bad Moon and Stars, who were talking about not reacting to a couple tunes on this EP from 1978 that show up on a full LP after this, and ultimately I am sympathetic to that. I am at the mercy, or rather the direction and guidance of those who know this catalog better than me, so that leaves 2 tracks on this EP that we'll go through before moving on to the next step. And I'm looking forward to the larger journey, and as a couple of you commented, the fact that Pear keeps writing more music, and the fact that I have the great demo collection, thank you massively once again to Michaela. It feels like this is going to be a very long deep dive, but perhaps at some point, as suggested by Jeebus, I'll circle back and listen to and react to the first versions of the 2 tunes I'm going to skip over from this EP, one of which is Billy, and the other of which starts with a word that looks like Nar, but I'm guessing that's not how it's pronounced. But in any case, the next track that I will react to from this EP is M, just the letter M. Now, of course, these types of introductions are not as relevant in material or in relation to songs that are not in English, because I won't be able to follow or pick up on any themes in the moment. But of course, I look forward to your comments. I am intrigued by the name of a song that is just a letter, and I wonder whether that's a stand-in for a name, or whether it has significance that is beyond the comprehension of my brain, regardless of it being in another language. In any case, Luca's ready for it. Let's give it a listen. This is Gyllene Tider. I hope I'm at least closer to the proper pronunciation. And the track is M from their 1978 self-titled EP. this sound. Again, it's very different from what I've heard from Pear before now, although after this, chronologically speaking. But yeah, it has this hard edge to it. The guitar work is especially edgy and harder than I expected, perhaps. It does sound a bit like the 70s glam rock, which I say with full respect, meaning I've been going through Roxy Music and early Japan and some other groups that have a bit of a glam rock sound, but it sounds harder edged than those groups, at least so far, and in particular in relation to the guitar. And yes, ultimately, I love those rhythmic flourishes, sort of, culminating in the drum flares. But yeah, there's a rhythmic, dynamic, and syncopated character to the progression of the track. It's not just straightforward at the same tempo or rhythm the whole time, so I like how dynamic the rhythm is. I also enjoy that we hear two voices here, and the backing or supporting vocal has some funny moments in terms of those, like, I don't know if it's technically falsetto, but those really high-pitched responses to the main vocal. And there was like a singular moment where I think there was a bit of a woo in there. So yeah, enjoying that. Of course, I don't know what's happening here lyrically, but I look forward to some insight there. And yeah, definitely a 70s vibe, no doubt about that, but I enjoy the heavier guitar work than I was anticipating, and there's a real energy to it, especially in terms of the guitars, so looking forward to more. As I said, I think there's one more tune on here that we won't be skipping, and then we'll be on to the next chapter, so I'm looking forward to that. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.